Hello, everyone. Hope you are well on this Tuesday evening. You may have heard this quote before, but it says that power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. That is the truth. I'm going to talk about how we are seeing this, and we're going to see a lot more of it, especially this year, I believe, very soon. Talk a little bit about some things that are going on that I believe are tied together that may not seem like they're tied together when you look at them independently, but I believe they are. And I could be wrong, and I might have the tinfoil hat on a little too tight right now. Let me know what you think, but I don't think I do. But first, how about them dogs? You know I had to say something. Back to back national champions of college football. Stayed up too late again watching that game last night, of course. Now, TCU, I know I have some TCU fans on here. You guys do not hang your head. You had an awesome season. You got a good team there. They're going to be back in the mix next season. You should be looking forward to that. I'm sure you are. All right. I've noticed also, last couple of days, gasoline here, at least here now, let me know what's going on in your area, but gasoline has jumped up about 30 cents a gallon just in the last couple of days here, I'm noticing. Also saw a little story that said Wells Fargo is taking a step back from the housing market business. That's interesting. I think that's very telling of these current times as far as the housing market. Share what you think about that. Okay, absolute power now. I'm going to go through a few things that I've been noticing here, and you may or may not have heard about these things. First two. These are tied together, I know, but the Biden administration is mulling whether or not to do a nationwide ban on gas stoves in the United States. First of all, is that even legal? Is that constitutional? Can they just wave a hand by decree and say that we ban gas stoves? I mean, think about that. They're probably not just stoves, anything gas related. That's a lot of stuff, y'all. So they want you everything electric. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Also, the governor of New York came out and announced plans to ban gas heating in new homes and buildings that are constructed in the next few years. A ban on gas heating. So again, there's a trend there. All electric. Okay. Then I saw this. The World Bank warns that quote unquote new shocks could tip the global economy into a recession. Well, no kidding, Sherlock. I mean, we're already there, my man. I mean, where you been? To me, if they're saying that new shocks could tip the global economy into a recession, to me, we're already there. That means maybe depression, worse than a recession, at least. Okay, I saw that little tidbit today. Also, FBI director, the CEOs of organizations like Amazon, BlackRock, Pfizer, Gates Foundation, they're all going to attend an upcoming summit next week with the WEF. Okay, that's interesting. Now, next week, y'all. Also, now, Glenn Beck did a little video on this that was pretty good. Biometric technology. I don't know how much you're keeping up with that, and if you've traveled by airplane, you may have seen this, but the TSA wants to scan, they want to use biometric technology in their security process. The TSA wants to scan your face and your eyes. They are quietly testing facial recognition technology for passenger screening at 16 airports, including Washington and LA. It didn't mention Atlanta. I'm sure Atlanta's one of them. But they want to eventually spread this and make it nationwide. Not sure if this is a Canada thing too, but here at least they are testing this. They said that there will be kiosks. Kiosks with cameras will be doing the job. Facial recognition. I mean, think about that in your eyes. I mean, do not let them do this, okay? Do not. You have the right. In my research here, it was saying you have the right not to let them do that, okay? Now, they may strongly suggest you do it or say you have to do it. No. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, I choose not to. And that's all there is to it. Are you getting a trend here? Power and control. Power and control. These things, I think these all seem independent, not related, but I think they really are. And it's global, I think. I mean, I talked about some things here that are just United States, but it's global. And they want to control your money. They want to control how you spend your money. The CBDC, central bank digital currency, you know they're going to try to push that. We're already pushing it. They're testing that. They have a pilot program going on with that. I think they'll try that for sure pretty soon, I believe. Is it going to work? Get to that in a minute. They want to control what you eat. They want to control the food and what's in it. They want to control everything. I mean, think about it. Okay, the way you spend money, the food you eat, travel, your mobility. If you are dependent on an EV, or you don't have fuel to put in your combustion engine vehicle, you can't go very far, can you? It'll keep you in a box. Make you easier to control. Think about it. Think about it. You want to ban gas heating? Gas stoves? Again, energy, privacy, biometric technology, satellite technology. I mean, we probably don't know the half of it, of what they're capable of doing even right now and what they're working on. A surveillance state, global tracking system. Is it going to succeed? Something tells me it is not, okay? Are they going to try it? Absolutely. They're already testing this stuff, pilot programs, whatever you want to call it. Do your summits, have fun at your summits, whatever. But and they're gonna roll it out. They're gonna put it in there, and millions will line up for it, okay, and love it and say, "Oh, it's so convenient," you know. But will it really succeed? Again, I just don't think it will. I think it's going to fail. It's going to flop miserably. I think they're desperate. I think they're getting a little nervous. Okay, that's just my take. I could be totally wrong, and I'm probably in the minority in that opinion. But that's just a feeling I have. It's a deep feeling that I have. Okay, I'm going to share a verse here in a moment that Mrs. Dawg suggested. And I think it goes along with these days. And I think we need to be thinking about this stuff. And it's, you know, I think we just need to continue with our preparations. And we talk about that a lot, I know. But I think the bottom line is whatever we can do to, you know, to be self-sustaining. Be as self-sustaining as you can, independent as you can from the system. Now, I know unless you're off the grid totally, it's very difficult to do that. I get it, I know. I mean, we're not. I mean, we have electricity here, right? But what even small steps, even small things you can do to be somewhat, in some ways, detached from all that. You know, so do you grow things? You know, do you have some livestock? Are you working on a homestead? Do you have some alternative energy sources, even just temporary? Is a help. So whatever you can do there, and of course to keep you keep stocking, keep your pantry stocked. We know that inflation is not stopping anytime soon. The prices are just going to keep rolling up, and whatever you can get now, even though we're shocked right now at the prices, when you go to the store now, it's I know it's not funny, but it's just interesting to see the people that are waking up, and you see it in real time sometimes, especially around the dairy aisles, right? And the eggs. People are standing there, literally. I've seen this. They're just standing there and shaking their head. I'm not going to pay that for butter. I'm not going to pay that for milk or whatever, eggs, you know. Uh, but if they think it's bad now, well, 6 months from now, it's going to be higher. So whatever you can stock up on your staples, food preservation, whatever you can do there, please be working on that. Even if it's just one little thing a day, or have a goal for the week. Make it attainable. Make it smart. Smart goals, right? Okay. Passage today is from Job. This chapter, Job, chapter 28, and this is really a good chapter anyway. I know some of Job can be a little dry, I get it, but Job went through some trials, man. I mean, this guy went through all kinds of difficulties, to say the least, and then got jumped on and betrayed by his friends, and they just, they have this long debate. It's really pretty cool. I mean, the way they go back and forth, but in chapter 28, verse 28, he says, "And he said to man, Behold, the fear of the Lord, that is wisdom. And to turn away from evil is understanding." To turn away from evil is understanding. And like Ms. Dawg said a while ago, that's what needs to happen in this country. That's what needs to happen with a lot of people, pastors. You've got an audience. Turn away from evil, because the evil is strong, and it's really making big moves, and we need to keep that in mind, and we need to stay close, because the fact that you are makes you a target. You know that. So we will be targeted, but we must keep the faith. Job, I mean, perfect example, man. This guy kept the faith. Kept the faith. Didn't he didn't waver. And so let's keep that in mind. Hope that helps somebody. Let's keep stacking. Let's be safe out there, okay? Be aware. God bless you. I'll see you soon.